Taurus, and welcome to your reading for February the 5th through February the 11th. And this is a general reading, Taurus, so if you have a dilemma or you need advice on something, please don't hesitate to reach out to me for a personal reading. And the information about that is in the Show More section below, or you can check my website out or email me. Now, this is for your sun, moon, and rising. I will have links to the other videos below also in the Show More section. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'd be most grateful. And my background's a little different today. I'm filming from my friend's house. So I've got to get these videos done in a very... I don't want to say short amount of time, but, you know, reasonable amount of time. Anyway, without further ado, let's go to your cards, Taurus. And the first card that comes up is the King of Wands. Now, when this comes up, I don't know if you can see this here. The first thing I see, right, is a 7. I don't know if it translates around the other way. I see the 7. And it's interesting because this guy can be an amazing leader, and he tempers his emotion. Well, he doesn't temper his emotions, actually. It's quite the opposite. He's passionate and fiery. So he doesn't lose his temper very easily, but when he does, it's like a dragon, right? So when this card comes up, particularly from this deck, I get this guy's very charming, and it also means communication, right? So he's very communicative and charming, and people like him. But this is definitely saying get in touch with spirit, source energy, your guides and your angels. This is about going within and getting that strength. So this is about asking for that strength to be an incredible leader and creative and inspiring to others. And that's interesting, right? Because clarifying it is another 7 again, the 7 of air, right? And the 7 of air is about non-conformity, right? It's almost like putting your head above the parapet, you know, where you can get it chopped off. No, that was terrible. That was terrible for me to say. But this is about rising above the group, right? So, you know, I always say when this card comes, I don't always say, but this card sometimes is like conflict at work, right? This is about people gossiping or a little competitiveness or something like that. So I would say that you are being asked to handle this little issue. It's a little issue now, but it's important not to avoid this conflict because it can really come back tenfold. And I don't think you're going to have a problem doing it, because you've got the King of Wands, and this is about wonderful leadership. So I think as long as you are connected to spirit, source energy, you're going to be able to handle this easily and effortlessly and come out on top. Don't be intimidated by the group. You know, this is about non-conformity. So you want to, you know, think outside the box, think of creative ways, you know, to handle this. And this is about your leadership qualities. This is about confidence, right? It's about going into this situation with confidence so that you can handle this, you know, this little issue at work. So definitely this can be at home, but usually it's, you know, when the king shows up, it's usually kind of a work thing. Now, there you go. The next card that comes up is Temperance. Everything in moderation. And sometimes this is also, in some decks, this is known as Patience, right? So this is like, hold off. You know, things are going to work out, but it's in divine time, not in your time. So this is almost, look, she looks very uncomfortably poised at the top, right? So it's not a comfortable feeling sometimes when there's a pause in action. Sometimes we want things to happen very fast. But this is about, oh, look, I'm getting the 3 of Earth, which is celebration. This is about looking at the magic in every moment, celebrating everything, every moment, everything and every moment and every one. This is about celebration. So I'm feeling that there's a pause in action, and that's okay. Focus on what you're grateful for and what you can celebrate. That's the message I'm getting, guys. So you've got to focus on what you can celebrate and what's already in your life, you know, because we're so easily here, which is the next card, right? This is the 6 of Cups. This is, look, romanticizing the past. In this deck, it's definitely the question. What I'm getting is romanticizing the past. Sometimes it's childhood issues coming up, but I'm getting romanticize the past. Now, the card that's clarifying that is the 5 of Earth. Now, this is all about the illusion of feeling that you don't have enough, the illusion of feeling, you know, deprived. And that's perhaps why you're spending time in the past saying, oh, that was such a good time. I wish I could go back there. And by going back there, you are back there because you're not present, right? So I always say that the 5 of Earth is about coming back into the moment, right? Stop crying over spilt milk. Stop thinking, you know, about things you can't have, right? Stop thinking about what's not there and start being grateful for what you do have. Because once you're grateful for what you do have, things, your energy, your vibration raises. Your vibration's lowered here, right? So when you're, and here it's lowered too because you're lamenting about the past and wishing that it's almost like, you know, oh, I've done it. We've all done it, right? Oh, well, that was such an innocent time. If we could go back there, we'd feel, this is about, we would feel differently. This is about romanticizing the past and putting, you know, glitter on it and bows on it when it wasn't really like that. You know, this is about really focusing on what you haven't got instead of what you have. So when you're getting this card, it's saying, come back into the moment. Look around you. What are you grateful for? There's got to be things that you're grateful for. You know, even if it's going into the fridge and maybe you don't have much, but guess what? There's something in there. I'm grateful that's in there. You know, it's the little, it starts with little tiny things. That's it. Little tiny things. And then you can move up from there. But you've got, it's raising your vibration, because when you raise your vibration, you attract higher vibrational things and people and situations and events. So I'm getting a clear message, Taurus, for you to raise your vibration. And I know my son's a Taurus. I know he can be surrounded with abundance but not see it. Always, you know, always focus on what he hasn't got sometimes. I mean, sometimes he's very grateful too, don't get me wrong, but, you know, and he's wonderful. Just love him to death. But he can over-celebrate sometimes. You know, he likes things, you know, Taurus, they love. You know, I have is the key word for Taurians. I have. Well, start saying, I'm grateful that I have this, that, and the other. Right? Thank you, Taurus, for tuning in. I love you all. Mwah. I'll see you next week. And I'll see you next week. To inquire about or purchase any of Mary's services, please email Mary at liveinthesolution.com.